Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to My Tech Monday. And for those of you that have been subscribed to the channel for a while now, you guys will know that I'm a big fan of drones. I picked up my first drone about a year and a half ago. It was a Phantom 3 4K. I did a bunch of videos on it. I'll put the links up here or down below in the description. At the time that I picked this drone up, the Phantom 4 had just come out a couple months prior to that. They had done a price cut on the Phantom 3 Professional, which was the one that included the 4K camera. They brought it down. They renamed it the Phantom 3 4K. And it was at that point in time that I decided to pick this drone up. Since then, I've gone everywhere from Maine, Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Georgia, Tennessee, a whole bunch of states that I have taken this drone in. I have loved every single minute of flying this thing. This thing has been great. It gave me no problems whatsoever, other than one with a controller that I talked about in a video. One thing, however, that was a problem that I noticed early on in owning the drone was due to the massive size of it, you either had to make the decision to take the hard shell backpack with the drone in it, or take a backpack with your camera equipment on it, unless you wanted to walk around with a backpack on your front and a backpack on your back. Combined with the fact that the Phantom 3 did not have the quick release propellers like the Phantom 4 has, meant that you had to actually sit there and screw all of these propellers on before you wanted to take it up in the air. Also, in comparison to the Phantom 4, it took a little bit longer to boot up, a little bit longer to warm up, a little bit longer before you could actually do the GPS compass dance, however you want to call it, where you calibrate the compasses. So it was a good 5 to 10 minutes before you could actually get the drone up in the air. Now, during that first 5 to 10 minutes before the thing is even flying, a lot of people would recognize this because that is, I guess, one of the most recognizable drones out there is the DJI Phantom line, and a lot of people do still have fear over drones, which is for good reason. So when I combined all these so-called issues with the ability to fly, with the beautiful footage that the drone put out, it kind of balanced itself in the middle. Since that time, DJI has came out with a new drone, a new foldable drone, the drone that is in this bag right here. Now, let me just say that this bag is about a fifth of the size of the hard shell backpack that the DJI Phantom was in. Now, for those of you that still don't know what is in this bag right here, let me open it up. Right before Christmas, there was a huge sale, or not really a huge sale, but Best Buy had promised this sale going on where whatever they had on sale on that day was going to be the best price that you would find for that item for a while now, and I had a little gripe with that. I'll put this screenshot on the screen right here. For me, Best Buy really didn't seem to have that much of a discount. However, this other website that I've never used before called B&H Video offered the drone for $900 with the Fly More combo. The Fly More combo that came with this bag here, extra propellers, 2 extra batteries, a whole bunch of stuff, was the same exact price that Best Buy was charging for just the drone alone with 1 battery and the controller. So I made the decision that was the perfect time to pick this up, and right before Christmas this arrived. I had excellent customer service, I guess, with this company is what you'd want to call it. The drone arrived here way before it was supposed to get here. Now, as I open this up here, this right here is the DJI Mavic Pro. This is a 4K drone. It's completely foldable, completely collapsible. You got the gimbal cover there, got the gimbal guard right there. Now, I have decided to name this drone the Wasp because, unlike the last drone, which I named Icarus, this thing is extremely small. It is extremely quiet. The first thing that came to mind was this thing is like a wasp, like a hornet, like some sort of flying, stinging bee. Anyways, as you guys can see, the propellers here open up due to centrifugal force, though I would recommend opening them up by their own free will or opening them up on yourself rather than allowing it to spin itself that way. But either way, this right here is the DJI Mavic Pro. The controller here is very reminiscent of like an Xbox controller. I'm not even kidding, guys. The size of this drone right here is the size of the controller. When this thing's folded up, the controller for the DJI Phantom is bigger than this drone right here. You guys have seen some of the footage already on the channel. I've done a couple of videos where I've included drone footage from this thing. First of all was on the Amazon gift card giveaway, the announcement video. The second one was on our trip up to the Mount Tom ski area. Now, as I fold this drone back up together here, the first thing that I wanted to talk about was, yes, the size. The compactness of this drone makes it a lot easier to bring it other places, and it also gives me the ability to not have to sacrifice certain things in a bag, such as extra camera batteries or, you know, snacks or something like that when I'm going on an adventure and I'm not going to be back right away. I don't have to bring an entire bag out just for the drone, to carry the drone, to transport the drone, you know, any of that stuff. I'd say one of the main driving forces behind actually picking up this model here, next to the size, was the increased flight time of it, and also that the 4K camera didn't really seem to drop in image quality on here. Now, I want to talk about a couple of the accessories that I picked up for this drone right here, and then in a couple of weeks I will do a 1 month review on this. Anyways, first thing that I wanted to pick up was a guard for the thumbsticks on the controller. This thing was like $6. It's 3D printed. You can get them on Amazon. There's a bunch of different ones, bunch of different colors. But for me, it just helps to protect the sticks when the drone is inside the bag. The second thing that I picked up is what you saw me finicking with before, and that is these. These are propeller guards, prop guards. You basically slide them over the propeller, and it prevents them from bending around or pretty much getting damaged while you're inside the bag. Now, I will tell you, with those propeller guards on, it is a tight fit to get inside this bag here. This bag, I have mixed feelings about. I really think they should have made one that's just a little bit bigger for the drone, because even when you don't have the guards on the controller or on the drone, it is a very tight fit in here. One thing that I actually did was, when I got this, was I blew up a bunch of balloons, put them inside the bag to try to press out the sides as much as I could, and I let the balloons stay in there for about 2 to 3 days. It seemed to decrease the padding. The padding seems to be more snug, and the drone seems to fit a little bit better inside of the bag right now. If I can demonstrate to you guys putting it in here. But yeah, like I said, I feel like this bag could be a little bigger for the drone. I mean, it is a very tight fit. That is it in the bag right there. One thing I've also noticed is you always have to put the controller in last. It just doesn't seem to fit in that way. Anyways, the guard for the controller, like I said, was about $8. These two guards here were about $8 for both of them. And then I also picked up this, which is a parabolic range extender. I did try it a couple of times. I really didn't notice that much of a difference. Basically open this up and you put this on the antennas on the controller facing whatever direction you are trying to operate the drone at, and it's supposed to increase the signal range, supposed to amplify the signal range. I haven't really given that a full test to give my opinion or view on in the meantime. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to do this little tiny reveal video of the new DJI Mavic Pro that I'm going to be flying. No, this is not the Alpine White model. Now, though the Alpine White model is a little bit newer, the one that came out a couple of months ago, it was $1,120, I believe, for the Fly More combo on the same website that I ordered it. I just feel like this one is camouflage better. As much as clouds in the sky are white and the DJI Phantom series is white, I think the Phantom sticks out like a sore thumb when it's in the air, both due to the large profile that it has and also the fact that it's white. So when you're up there on a cloudless day, you know, it sticks out if you got your eyes locked on it. But other than that, besides from the compactness of this drone, the increased flight time, the what I should say, no lack of video quality between this camera and the one on the DJI Phantom 3, I felt that this was the perfect investment, the perfect time to get onto this new drone. Now, I have a bunch of plans for where I want to take this in the upcoming months, upcoming years. I'm also very happy at the fact that this thing, with its compactness, can also get up in the air in about 2 minutes between turning it on, locking on the satellites, doing the GPS calibration. It's a lot quicker to get into the air, so it's a lot, I guess, less likely to draw attention when you're sitting there in a parking lot, spinning it around, setting it up, everything like that. But other than that, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. A couple other things that the DJI Mavic Fly More combo came with was extra propellers. Now, I don't really agree with this whole packaging of the propellers, putting them in cardboard there. I just feel like they're going to get bent. I feel like something bad is going to happen to them, but for the time being, I've kind of just stored them in here, and hopefully what appears to be like one of the parts that gets the least amount of bumps against, especially when this is closed up and the Velcro is on there. There's a little bit of padding here in the front kind of helps to protect that. Like I was saying, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. Not next week, but the week after will be 1 month since I have had this drone. I'm going to do a 1 month review on it at that point in time. Anyways, guys, like I said, that's going to do it for today's episode. I'll be back in a couple of weeks with my full 1 month review on this drone right here. But for the time being, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to check out Film and Television Mondays, which came out earlier. I'll see everybody on Wednesday for Venture Wednesday. Peace.